The chamber grew hushed as Ambassador Galarex stood, his translucent neck membranes quivering with unease. The Galactic High Council, comprising delegates from over 300 sentient species spanning the known cosmos, observed with a blend of trepidation and intrigue. Emergency convocations were uncommon, and this one bore the highest urgency designation. Esteemed colleagues, Galarex began, his voice steady despite the weight of his words. Our deep space observatories have detected an unregistered faster-than-light signature nearing the outer fringes of Federation territory. We've confirmed the vessel hails from a system previously under quarantine. A holographic projection materialized at the chamber's center, displaying a star system dominated by a forbidding planet. Visual data revealed extreme radiation, volatile tectonics, and an atmosphere toxic to most species present. This, Galarex continued, is what we classify as a death world, Category 12 on our hazard scale, a level once deemed theoretical. No sentient species has ever been recorded emerging from such conditions. Admiral Morank, the Federation's defense chief, leaned forward, his Ketan plating clattering anxiously. Are you suggesting the pilots of that vessel evolved on this infernal world? Precisely, Admiral, Galarex replied. Initial scans show biological signatures unlike any in our records. Their FTL technology appears centuries ahead of what we'd expect from such a hostile environment. The implications are troubling. Dr. Sorovia, the Federation's premier xenobiologist, activated her console, her aven feathers bristling with scholarly excitement. The evolutionary pressures of such a world would yield adaptations beyond our imagination, she trilled. Resistance to intense radiation, defenses against toxins, physical resilience that defies logic. These beings would endure conditions that would obliterate most of us in moments. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of overlapping voices, species, conversing in their native tongues as translators strained to keep pace. Fear dominated, fear of the unknown, of a potential threat unlike any the Federation had faced in its centuries of harmony. Admiral Morank slammed his armored limb on the table. We must mobilize our fleets. If these Deathworlders have achieved spacefaring capabilities and located us, they could pose an existential risk to the Federation. Let's not rush to judgment, countered Ambassador Zorro, a methane-breathing Quizotan. We have no proof of hostility. Our first contact protocols were designed for such encounters. The debate intensified, with proposals ranging from immediate military action to diplomatic outreach, each backed by fervent advocates. Dr. Sorovia restored a measure of calm. Colleagues, before we act, let us examine what we know of their planet. The hologram shifted to a detailed orbital scan of the Death World, towering mountain ranges dwarfing those of Federation planets, oceans boiling from submarine volcanism, storms capable of stripping flesh, and, most alarming, evidence of predatory megafauna defying ecological norms. Apex predators evolved to hunt other apex predators in a relentless cycle of biological escalation. By the stars, a counselor whispered, how could anything sentient arise in such a place? Dr. Sorovia's eyes gleamed with fascination. That's what makes them extraordinary. They didn't merely survive, they built civilization, technology, art, and spacefaring capability. They conquered their environment rather than succumbing to it. Admiral Morank was about to respond when an urgent transmission interrupted. A junior officer, visibly shaken, projected into the chamber. Counselors, we've received a direct message from the unidentified vessel. They've entered Federation space and request docking permission. They claim to come in peace, seeking diplomatic ties. Silence descended, broken by the council elder's measured voice, silent until now. It appears our theoretical debates have become reality. Prepare the diplomatic reception and, cautiously, our containment measures. We're about to meet the galaxy's most formidable Death World species. Harmony Nexus, the Federation's primary diplomatic station, had never felt so tense. Security teams from a dozen species lined the corridors, armed with weapons to neutralize nearly any life form. Medical units stood ready with quarantine fields, and xenobiologists fidgeted with scanners. The Death Worlder ship had caused a stir upon arrival. Unlike the sleek Federation vessels, it looked patchwork, scarred by meteor strikes, radiation burns, and hasty repairs. To engineers, it seemed unreliable. To military analysts, it suggested a species hardened by relentless conflict. "They're docking," the station commander announced. "Their ship's atmosphere contains elements toxic to most of us. They've agreed to our airlock decontamination protocols." Ambassador Galarex, leading the reception, projected calm. "No sudden movements. Our translators are calibrated, but cultural missteps remain possible." The airlock cycled, hissing softly, then opened with a heavy clunk. The Federation delegation held its breath, bracing for horrors from a Category 12 world. What emerged defied expectations. Rather than monstrous titans, the Death Worlders were almost elegant, taller than most Federation species, slender and graceful. Their bodies shimmered with iridescent scales and fur-like filaments, clad in practical garments with integrated lightweight armor. Their large, alert eyes radiated keen intelligence. The lead delegate stepped forward, gesturing fluidly with four upper limbs in a manner conveying respect and assurance. "Greetings, Galactic Federation," the translator relayed, converting their intricate vocalizations. "I am Varisa, envoy of the Zelthri. We come in peace, seeking friendship and knowledge exchange." The melodious voice, despite the translator's synthetic edge, was the opposite of what most anticipated. Galarex recovered first, offering his species greeting. "On behalf of the Federation, I welcome you to Harmony Nexus. We are eager to establish peaceful relations." A smaller Zelthri, with vibrant, color-shifting scales, stepped forward. "I am Reek, cultural attaché. We've brought tokens from Zelth, our homeworld. Nothing hazardous, at least not to us." The translator flagged the last remark as humor, prompting tension among security. Farisa emitted an untranslatable sound, possibly amusement. "My colleague's humor may not translate well. We understand our world seems extreme to you. We've observed your signals and prepared accordingly." This admission sent unease through the delegates. They'd been watched. How long? Admiral Morank, present despite objections, pressed forward. "Your technology must be advanced to intercept and decode our secure transmissions." Varisa tilted her head, perhaps in acknowledgement. "Not especially. Your signals stand out against cosmic noise. Decoding was straightforward once we grasped your binary systems, a matter of universal mathematics." Dr. Sarovia couldn't resist. "How do you survive your planet's conditions? Our data suggests radiation levels that should preclude complex life, let alone civilization." Reek brightened. "Our cells incorporate radiation-absorbing compounds, converting it into energy. What you'd call lethal, we find invigorating. Volcanic cycles spurred rapid adaptability." "Volcanic cycles?" a security officer muttered, horrified. "Oh, yes," Reek continued eagerly. "The Seventh Age cataclysm blanketed a quarter of Zelth in ash and lava. Those were festival days. The sky fire displays were stunning for decades." The delegates exchanged alarmed glances. These beings celebrated planetary catastrophes. Varisa, sensing discomfort, intervened smoothly. "Our species thrives on challenges you might find daunting. It shapes our culture uniquely." Galarex seized the diplomatic opening. "Cultural exchange is a Federation pillar. Perhaps you'd join us for a formal reception to discuss our worlds in comfort?" "We'd be honored," Varisa replied, "though our comfort preferences may differ. We've studied your environmental norms and can adapt. As the group moved to the reception hall, Morank lingered, whispering into his communicator. Double security and analyze everything, their ship, clothing, even their air. I don't trust this peaceful veneer, Dr. Sorovia, overhearing, countered softly. Perhaps they are peaceful, Admiral. Harsh worlds don't always breed aggression. Cooperation can be the stronger survival tactic. Morank's eyes narrowed. I'm not staking the Federation's safety on evolutionary guesses, Doctor. Not when they call supervolcanoes festivals. The Grand Hall of Harmony Nexus was hastily adjusted to suit diverse physiologies, with environmental zones and a diplomatic table, laden with curated dishes from countless worlds, none, scientists noted nervously, likely appealing to Category 12 Deathworlders. Varisa's delegation proved accommodating, fascinated by their surroundings. They declined most refreshments, citing biochemical differences. Our metabolism requires substances harmful to you, Varisa explained. Your foods lack nutrients we need. Reek, recording avidly, produced a sealed container. Our xenobiologists believe this diluted Zelthri seasoning is safe to share. The container was analyzed rigorously. After tense minutes, a researcher reported, it resembles capsaicin but with a novel structure. Trace elements are mildly toxic to most Federation species, though not immediately dangerous. Toxic? A diplomat gasped. Reek made an untranslatable sound, clearly amused. Merely stimulating to us. On Zelth, this is mild, suitable for younglings post-hatching. The implications unnerved the delegates. Galarex steered the conversation. Tell us about your journey. Your sudden detection surprised us. Varisa explained, our propulsion minimizes emissions until final approach, a necessity on Zelth, where detection by predators often meant death. This philosophy guides our technology. A security officer interjected, predators threatening a spacefaring civilization? Reek replied casually, the great devourers haven't been threats since domestication. They're companions now, used in ceremonial hunts. The officer paled. You tamed apex predators from a Category 12 world? Naturally, Reek said. They're intelligent once communication is established, and their anomaly detection aids cosmic navigation. Dr. Sorovia, enthralled, requested images. Reek's hologram displayed a massive creature, its serrated appendages and agile armor evoking dread. This juvenile great devourer, gentle morning breeze, is my companion, Reek said proudly. Playful, if overly enthusiastic. The notion of play with such a beast hung ominously. An urgent alert interrupted. Another vessel approaches, requesting docking. Configuration unknown, propulsion signature unusual, originating from another death world, Category 9+. Murmurs of alarm spread. 2 first contacts in one cycle, Dr. Sorovia whispered. Morank snapped, security alert, all units to containment. Postpone diplomacy until we know what's coming. Varisa, observing calmly, suggested, this may be an opportunity, not a threat. The universe seems to unite its hardiest offspring. The new vessel, unlike the Zelthri's battle-scarred craft, was a colorful, haphazard assembly of materials. Category 9+, Sorovia mused. Still beyond what we thought viable for advanced civilization. Galarex felt a mix of cosmic weight and dread. It seems the Federation is about to meet another species from Hell. The second airlock cycle felt endless, security doubled, weapons primed. The Zelthri, positioned safely, appeared curious. Varisa noted to Galarex, your forces seem agitated. On Zelth, this would signal challenge or honor. A precaution, Galarex replied. 2 first contacts are unprecedented. The airlock opened, revealing bipedal beings of moderate height, lacking obvious defenses. No scales, no armor, just smooth, unprotected skin and thin fabric coverings. Their faces conveyed casual friendliness. The leader, a dark-skinned female with practical curly hair, stepped forward, smiling broadly. "Hello, Captain Alicia Carter, Earth vessel Curiosity. Hope we're not crashing anything." Her informal tone stunned the formal Federation and Zelthri alike. Galarex regained composure. "Captain Carter, I'm Ambassador Galarex. Welcome to Harmony Nexus. These are the Zelthri, recent contacts." Carter's eyes sparkled, scanning the Zelthri. Another new species. Love the scales. Stylish. More humans emerged, carrying containers. A bearded man announced, "We brought gifts, coffee, whiskey, gum, Earth delicacies. Nothing fancy, but it's the gesture, right?" Verisa approached, intrigued. "Your species evolved on a high-gravity, radiation-exposed world with extreme climates and predators, yet you lack biological defenses." "Fascinating." Carter laughed. "Earth's tough, but we get by being clever and stubborn. Your scales scream radiation protection. Intense world, huh?" "Among other adaptations," Verisa confirmed. "Your perception is sharp." "Just a guess," Carter shrugged. "So, formal diplomacy first, or can we crack the whiskey?" Morank intervened. "Your gifts must be analyzed for safety." The bearded human nodded. "Go for it. Coffee might jolt some of you. Caffeine's a stimulant for us." Serovia, scanning, asked, "Your planet's Category 9+. How did you overcome such conditions?" Carter grinned. "Overcome? We roll with it. Ice ages, volcanoes, meteors. We build, invent, cooperate." "Basic survival," Reek inquired. "Your predators, are they domesticated?" A human replied, "Dogs, cats, some exotic pets. The dangerous ones we avoid, though some lunatics swim with sharks or wrestle alligators." "Wrestle alligators?" a security officer echoed, translator glitching. Carter waved it off. "Niche hobby. I prefer mountain climbing or deep-sea diving. Less biting, more beauty." The human's casual risk-taking stunned the Federation and impressed the Zelthri. Verisa noted, "You seek danger for enjoyment?" "Sure," Carter said. "Skydiving, bungee jumping, the riskier, the better. Feels alive." The Zelthri exchanged surprised glances. "On Zelth, daily hazards suffice," Verisa said. "Your psychology is unique." Galarex proposed structured talks to manage the chaos. Carter agreed. "But let's keep some informal vibes. Drinks and stories build bonds." Morank pulled Galarex aside. "Two Deathworld species, peaceful, arriving together. It's no coincidence." Galarex watched Carter and Verisa chat animatedly. Coincidence or not, the galaxy just got more complex. The reception morphed into a mixer, as Carter called it. Serovia conducted physiological studies, marveling at human DNA repair and Zelthri radiation resistance. Humans tried Zelthri movement patterns, likening them to surfing lava. Carter and Veresa swapped tales of camping on frozen peaks and dodging lightning on burning plains. Morank whispered to Galarex, "They bond over insanity, Zelthri disaster festivals, humans seeking danger. An alliance could be catastrophic." A commotion erupted. A security officer, ignoring protocol, sampled the Zelthri seasoning and was now in distress. Carter, unfazed, tried it, her eyes watering. "Nice kick, like ghost peppers. Great for tacos." The Zelthri were astonished. Humans enjoyed pain-inducing toxins. Elsewhere, a human Zelthri martial arts demo escalated. The human, smaller and unarmored, used leverage to throw the Zelthri, who rose, delighted. "Magnificent. Teach me." Morank hissed to Galarex. "They are lying over their madness. We must prepare." Galarex countered, "Or see opportunity." Two species mastering hostile worlds, seeking peace. Carter and Varisa proposed collaboration, Earth's adaptive tech and Zelthri's bioengineering to benefit all. Sorovia agreed. Their adaptations could redefine survival science. Morank remained wary, but Carter's firm words resonated. Conquest? We'd have conquered ourselves first. Cooperation's our strength, Varisa echoed. Zelth survived through community, not individual might. Galarex suggested a cultural scientific exchange. Carter offered Earth's data and chili. Varisa, radiation-resistant materials and art. Tension eased as curiosity replaced fear. Morank, skeptical, questioned Carter's sincerity. "Why not both?" she winked. The officer who tried the seasoning recovered, enlightened. Sorovia's database grew, documenting adrenaline-driven humans and toxin-resistant Zelthri. Galarex noted, "We'll need new classifications for Category 9+ civilizations." Carter quipped, "Never underestimate intelligence against harsh worlds." Varisa added, "Innovation and cooperation, our legacy." The gathering stretched on, fear giving way to camaraderie. Humans and Zelthri compared extreme sports, astonishing each other. Carter and Varisa, by a viewport, mused on their shared Death World wisdom. Carter hinted at another Death World species, the Mroshi, but saved it for later. Morank, still suspicious, admitted to Sorovia, "They change everything." She teased, "Yes, with spicy food and sports. Doom awaits." 6 cycles later, the council convened, humans and Zelthri as full members. Galarex praised their contributions, adapted colonies, cured diseases, thriving exchanges. Morank admitted enhanced defenses, Sorovia, new sciences. Carter toasted impossible things. Varisa, unlikely friendships. Children of both species played together, their laughter a testament to a future unburdened by fear. Carter whispered, "That's the victory." Varisa agreed, "From the hottest fires, the wisest hands shape beauty." The stars shone brighter, as if affirming that the harshest origins could forge the grandest alliances.